Master of Evil or Master of Nothing? Let's find out tonight. Hey everyone, welcome back to another book review-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And we are back with a book review. First one of 2026, Master of Evil by Adam Christopher. And so we were supposed to do this last year at the end of the year, and then I got super busy, and then we had our holiday break, and then now we're back. So we're back. I read like 2/3 of the book, and then we canceled, and then I didn't read anything, so I had to like try and remember everything I read from like, I don't know, a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, whatever it was, and then finished the book. So good thing I take notes because I walk through my notes and I'm like, I feel like I'm missing stuff because I don't do like comprehensive. I just kind of like main bullet points from each chapter, but yeah. But if you missed last week's episode, Comics with Grace, Bounty Hunter Comics, go check that out. It was a lot of fun. She brought some new elements to her segment that I really enjoyed, and so go check that out. It was a lot of fun. But also we got two big news things. So last week I was like, hey, there's rumors that Dave Filoni is taking over as president of Lucasfilm, but like they haven't officially announced it yet. Well, like literally the next day, they announced that Dave Filoni and some other lady are going to be co-presidents. The lady, she's the business side, and Dave is the creative side. So, hashtag give it to Dave that we started all those years ago.
It worked.
It finally worked.
So you guys tag Dave Filoni in all of our stuff and let him know that we...
Yeah, maybe he can invite us and we can brainstorm some ideas, like a new show or movie. Or
we definitely started this hashtag give it to Dave.
Yep.
6 years ago or something like that.
It was probably in 2020 sometime during like Clone Wars season 7, I'm guessing. Yeah. So that was
6 years
May
ago.
2025, so a little less than 6 years ago. But so what's our new hashtag going to be?
Hashtag don't screw it up, Dave.
Hashtag don't screw it up.
Hashtag.
But also, if you are listening to this right now, the new trailer for Maul Shadow Lord has come out because it comes out tomorrow. We're recording Wednesday, it comes out Thursday. They announced it. So that's super exciting. I was expecting it to be coming up soon for a trailer just because they usually do animated shows in the spring-ish time. And so that is dropping tomorrow. I'll do a reaction video, have that up. So if you are listening to this, maybe that's up by now. I don't know. We'll see. I'll try to get
Mine will be up by now.
Yep.
By the time you listen.
Because I don't know when I'll have this. I might have this edited tomorrow morning and posted. I don't know, or tomorrow night. But check those out for our trailer reactions. And next week, for the podcast, we'll do a trailer breakdown.
This is the first time we got a trailer.
A teaser trailer for a trailer? No, we get
like with a date release for the next.
No,
trailer?
We get that. We've got that before for like other shows,
but not for Star Wars. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, for Star Wars we have. I think
we have like where they're like trailer comes out tomorrow without just like a poster that says it.
I think so.
Oh, I don't remember.
I feel like we got some of those for like Rogue One all those years ago.
Oh, sure.
So we've had it before.
Like recently. I think it's a cool concept to like, hey, there's a trailer coming out. See how many people are hyped about it.
But it's weird that they're doing it on a Thursday. Like what? It's usually like on Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday when they do it. And so it's whatever. But I'm excited. I think this show is going to be really good. I think it's
good and dark.
I'm hoping that it's like Bad Batch seasons where it's like 15 episodes or something like that.
I hope they're long too. Like the first one.
They're going to be this Well, maybe the first episode will be long, but it's gonna be the
Oh,
same
remember Bad Batch episode 1 was like,
75 minutes.
yeah, that's what I want.
That might happen for the first episode, but they're not gonna do that every
Sure.
episode. It'll be back to second
That'd be
episode is gonna
dope.
be
But
30
yeah, no.
minutes. We might get a 40-minute episode once in a while, but
Yeah.
most of them are gonna be around 30 minutes probably. But I think that it could be really good, and so we'll see.
I'm excited.
Yep.
Do we know the timeline yet of it?
We know they said it was when they announced the show. It starts up a year after Clone Wars,
Okay.
so it's 1 year into the Empire, which is basically good segue. The time of this book that we're reviewing tonight takes place in that first year of the Empire. So
Yeah.
there's not going to be any crossover because this was a very like niche event that took place in the timeline. But it'll be cool to see him navigating the first parts of the Empire, see what he's doing with the crime syndicates.
Yeah, we might see
Dryden Voss from Crimson Dawn, the OG. But
and that girl from Solo, you think we'll see her?
that wouldn't be till later on.
That's like way later. Yeah, you're right.
Right. Because we don't know. I don't remember from the Solo movie like when they escape or when he escapes and she gets caught. Like when that
wasn't it when they were young?
Though? It was when they were young, but like I don't know where that is in the timeline though. Because the Empire's there, but the main movie takes place like 9 years after Episode 3. So I don't know how far because there's stormtroopers, so it's probably like 2 or 3 years into the Empire when Han gets recruited. Han, what's your last name? I don't have a last name. Han Solo.
Yeah.
So that's probably like 2 or 3 years into the Empire, but I don't think there's an official date on that. But doesn't matter. But
if it is, it's in a comic somewhere.
It's in a comic probably. But yeah, we might as well just jump into this book review. Master of Evil. You want to go first or should I go first?
You go first.
You go first?
Yeah.
This book did not do anything. Nothing happened. Like it's like set up for all this like stuff that's gonna happen and it's a very like small group. You got basically 3 characters. You have Helen Goth, his droid, and Vader.
What's the droid's name?
TC-99.
TC-90, which is what kind of droid? I was meaning to look it up.
It was it's an old droid, so it's like the predecessor to this C3 protocol droids. So it was before like C3PO, those protocol, like it was like the kind before that. So it's kind of like Chopper was the astromech before the R2 series type of thing, kind of.
Yeah, it's like a red one.
And so, so the 2 droids and then Vader, but like then there's like other like side characters that like come up and they're kind of more prevalent towards the last third of the book, half of the book. They're just kind of there, but like there's all these cool concepts that they introduced first half of the book. You're trying to figure out what's going on. And then at the end, nothing happens. Like Vader accomplishes nothing. Spoiler: the main character Goth dies, and then TC-99 escapes with the girl that they rescue.
Yeah,
and nothing happened. And it was just kind of there's some cool scenes and cool concepts, but it didn't change to Star Wars. It didn't add anything to Star Wars, and so. I was hoping at the end something big was going to happen. We're going to get some answers. And nothing happened. So, I don't know. It was okay. You? What do you think?
This is the most waste of time book I think I've ever read.
Really?
Bro, it was horrible. Okay, first of all, the whole book, the cover is amazing. The cover art.
The cover is the best
part.
So
dope. You think it's going to be about Vader.
So do you think then this cover art that's like the ghost, like shadow ghost of Vader that they've
mentioned? Yeah, I think so.
I guess that makes sense now. But
like the art, it looks sick. It's the Master Evil about how Vader becomes evil. Really, the beginning prologue and like the beginning first chapter is about Vader and Palpatine talking and how like, and that stuff is really cool. But the whole concept of this book, you're getting at thinking, this is Vader's mind. We're gonna view this through Vader. This is how he really is evil. He's gonna do evil things, and you're gonna think through him. The whole time you're thinking, it's not. It's not at all. You're getting perspective of a character that you don't even care about and never will see ever with his droid. And it's lame.
so like, I think before the book came out, like I read like a early review of it, or like when it first came out, like a review, and like people were saying that, you know, it wasn't from his perspective. So I knew going in that was fine.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that, but like, here's the thing. I like that it was from an it was people observing. It was just the main character observing him. Like, I like that. It would be kind of weird to have like his inner thoughts, because like that's the part of Vader, is like the mystery of who's behind the mask, and you don't really know. And it's like I don't necessarily want a book from Vader's perspective. I like that it's like an outside perspective analyzing him, because like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He has his. I was more like concerned with like, what is like his personality. What, you know, early on we find out, just like, you know, pretty early on, like first year of the Empire, like, what is his personality like? Is he still like a lot like Anakin, and he hasn't become a super mean jerkhole like we see him on other times in books and movies and shows and stuff? Like, is he more like Anakin? And right away he's just like what he always is. So it's like there's no like progression of him becoming more and more evil. Like we don't see that progression. We just see him as he is, and he's just kind of like, he's still like that whiny teenager from episode 2. Like,
yeah,
he's just like does whatever he wants and doesn't care. And you know, and then there's more to talk about at the end, where like I feel like we saw a side of him that's Anakin made a choice at the end rather than Vader. But we'll get to that.
But like, you could literally read the first 3 chapters or 5 chapters of this book and then skip to the last 5 chapters, and you won't miss anything.
Well, I don't know about that. You wouldn't know what was going on. Them trying to escape that ship and stuff, like, and what they're doing on that ship.
If you start at that ship part,
yeah,
half the book is literally just nonsense of him, the guy talking to his droid. Like, that's literally half the book. Right. Over half the book.
And it would have been fine.
If you just skip to the battle scene at the end, you got the whole book.
Right, because it's broken up into 3 parts. And so part 3, it was
so hard for me to read through too.
Did you read with the book and then audiobook?
But it wasn't like physically hard. It was mentally just hard because it was so annoying.
So there's 58 chapters, and there's a lot of short chapters.
There's like 2-minute chapters, and then there's 40-minute chapters.
But part 3, the Lost Temple, which is like the main climax, starts at chapter 24. So like chapter wise, and I guess I could look to see like where that is page wise, but like the setup for like what the like Goth's motivation, like, would have been cool if it had a payoff of like it actually happening, or at least a trial and error of him trying to get it done. But
he just gets the artifact and gives it to Palpatine.
Part 3, the last part, is the second half of the book. You can see if you're watching on YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, go on YouTube and follow us. But
anyways, it's half the book. So the first half of the book, read the first 3 chapters, and then you get like the whole Palpatine stuff, and it's cool. And then how he becomes Vader, I guess, because they kind of talk a little bit about like the armor and stuff like that, kind of.
A little bit.
just a little bit, and then they talk about Dark Plagueis a little bit, and I was super pumped because I'm like, are we gonna get like more of that conversation? And then get a guy talking to his droid in the corner, viewing it, Vader, and
Right.
you get trooper clone. You still have clone troopers, which I thought was interesting.
Right, which is, the sign at the beginning that
It's still very early
very
on.
early.
Was the main clone trooper guy was Apple, right?
No, Oppo.
Oh, it sounded like Apple, but I had it on like 1.7 speed,
No,
so
it's
maybe
Oppo.
that's
So
why.
he's from the Clone Wars. I never looked it up to see like where he was like in episodes and stuff, but
Oh,
it's
he is.
it's it's Dave Filoni with Clone Wars, who was
Mm-hmm.
also season 1 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and he has the
Oh,
same Appa's like arrow on his helmet. So Appa, so it's kind of boom type of thing.
that's pretty cool.
But whatever. But I don't know. I'll go over
Now I like the
some.
book.
Oh, but
Now I
I
like the book.
go over to some the characters. So like we said, Helen Goth and TC-99 are kind of like the main characters. You kind of go through the book from their perspective. And they kind of set up Helen Goth as a cool character because he's part of the Royal Guard during the Clone Wars, which
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember thinking. I do have like seeing them in the animated show or
They're they're purple.
no
Yeah,
purple what
yeah. They had purple outfits instead of red,
like
and
gowns.
like yeah, and an episode you see it briefly. You can see them walking around. In episode, they only turn red until they turn red in episode 3, but before that, in episode 1 and 2, you see them, or for sure 2, you see them, and like by Palpatine walking around, and they're in like a purplish outfit.
Well, I gotta look that up. I don't
It's
remember
cool.
that, but um, yeah. So he's a royal guard member during the Clone Wars, and
Hmm.
what's actually cool is if you go and watch episode 3, the opera scene, and the Darth Plagueis, the
Yeah.
wise thing, he is actually one of the royal guard members standing in the background while the story's being told in the red gowns.
Hmm.
So, like, I thought that was cool, like to bring in like a character that's just standing in the background, um, and then like make it like a person that they expand upon. So like, I guess he's just kind of like one of the best of the royal guards, and he gets kind of appointed to the new era of the royal guard with,
Yeah.
um, I can't talk and type at the same time. um, oh no, that's not it. Um, because I see so there's a picture from the Clone Wars when they're in animated form during like Ahsoka's trial. They're red.
Mm.
Because they don't have. This is on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia or Wikipedia?
Wikipedia.
I swear I remember them being purple, and I thought they looked funny.
Well, because they had like those like Senate,
Yeah, the Senate Guard things.
but those are like just regular like armor though. Those aren't
But
like
they
they're
had the
not.
same like. Well, they did actually. You're right. They had like the thing in the top of them, so maybe they are something different. Just look up purple garden
Well,
stand.
okay, no, there's Senate guards. That's what you're thinking of.
Oh, maybe yeah.
Well, okay, well then,
Don't they look similar though?
okay, now there's another picture on images. There's a Republic security that has a gown, but this is like
But they're purple or they're
this
red?
is Star Wars Republic Clone Troopers Wikipedia type of thing.
Just look up the 501st outfits and see if it's one of them.
So it says like the Coruscant Elite Guard, Coruscant Escort Group, domestic, but none of them are technically. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We're wasting time. But
Or we're
yeah,
having fun
so
because of the book.
he was just standing there in the background, and so that's kind of like one of his like
Core memories.
memories. So like when he's trying to figure out who Vader is, he has this theory that it's Anakin Skywalker, and he cites that story as part of it, of part of his thing. So he is appointed to the Royal Guard, blah blah blah. He collected the lightsabers off the Jedi in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant after Order 66.
That part was pretty cool.
That's cool, but also you don't think about that. Like someone had to come in and take out all the bodies and clean up. Like
yes,
someone had to do it.
All the little kitties.
And so the main thing about Goth is that he has a terminal chronic illness called Kangley's syndrome. That's super, super rare. No one knows anything about it other than like how I don't know how he got diagnosed, but they don't know anything about it. And it's basically like his body just starts feeling like it's burning, and it just starts getting like weaker and weaker and whatnot. But
slowly
dying. But like he has this medication, Sol Nitro, which is super limited, and apparently they don't make it anymore. But he has the last of the supply, and so like through the whole series or the book, he's getting his medication for this, and he's getting his stash is getting less and less. And it's like, well, what's going to happen? Is he going to die? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. And TC-99, his droid, is the one that gives him the drugs. And so what's interesting about TC-99 is that he is actually a modded droid in that in two ways. He was able to like, they had, I forget the name, they had like a black market droid smith type person that was able to like remove part of like the programming that forces the droid to do what their programming tells them to do. So like he has like a free will to do whatever he wants that's not limited by his programming.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Plus he's modded with a little like VHS or a cassette tape deck to like put in other droid matrices or like their hard drives into him, and he can do that programming. And with his like normal programming with his own free will, he can like control the added programming as if it's him. And so he's like using it, but he's not controlled by it. But other ones are like the commando droid one is super strong willed, and so like he has to like really fight to like take over to like be in control of it. But I don't know, I think that's kind of cool. And so like the reason he does this is so that he can be like a medical droid. That's kind of like the main reason, but he gets all these other matrices, they call it, or matrix tapes. I don't know. What did you think of TC-99 as?
I thought it was cool. I don't know.
That's it. Okay.
The cool concept. He was a nice droid. Like you feel bad for him in certain parts, and I think the concept is really cool. It reminded me a lot of like K2SO.
Yep.
Because I feel like K2SO has.
I don't know. K2SO, he's kind of like he doesn't
really
care.
take orders either.
He doesn't care about people, but TC-99 really cares.
Yeah, he really cares. But like K2SO is also kind of like he's not gonna take really like he'll listen to certain people, but like he's not like he's definitely more free willing than the average droid as well. So
right. And so they're always in search of new droid matrices, and so they'll just buy junk and hope that there's droid matrices that they can use and plug in and just have on hand. And also, and it's kind of like a little side thing that they had more like focus on early on in the book, but they kind of forgot about it until like towards the end. But as they go out and buy these droid matrices, like they came across like Ulan's Star Almanac, which is just basically a audio book of history of different planets and cultures throughout the galaxy. And so they just listen to this and like learn about all these different planets and their cultures and their histories. And it's like an older type of thing. So it's kind of like needs to be updated, but they're always learning more and more about the galaxy and the planets and people and cultures and stuff. So it's kind of like their thing is they find droid matrices and then learn about the galaxy together. That's kind of
Mm-hmm.
their thing. So that's Halland, Goth, and TC-99. Another character that was kind of pointless, but was there in the first part of the book was Coralie Dessler. She was an ISB agent. Kind of reminded me of Dedra
Yeah.
from Andor. It's kind of like this is early on in the ISB, and so she's kind of like one of the first people there. So she's kind of like starting out the thing. And one of the things that they also brought up about the ISB connection with the ISB that they didn't really talk about more was the Commission for the Preservation of the New Order, or also referred to as CompNor. And she's like a member of that. Halland, Halland Goth. So I'm going to say Halland and Goth interchangeably tonight because that's how it's used in the book. It's just back and forth. So don't get confused. But like, this is kind of like a offshoot of the ISB. It's kind of like a secret society of like, it's more of like a club than like a official thing from the Empire type of thing. I don't know. So just like a secret society of people that want to like preserve the new order by influencing culture or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. And Helen wants to be part of this, and then it's kind of just forgotten about. Like they don't get into it that much. So it's like, why did they bring this idea up if it wasn't for a larger purpose? So maybe other future shows or works, maybe it'll come up, but I don't know. And then there's like, we'll get more. Well, I won't really get too much into it here, but the shaman, his wife, and their daughter, which we get more focus on later on, like the second half of the book, basically.
Yeah.
But they're force sensitive people from the planet Deso. So those are the main characters. But the book first chapter has a prologue, and it's about Dooku during the Clone Wars, probably like a year before the conclusion of the Clone Wars, and he goes to Deso, this planet, in search of a temple that the Emperor told him is there. Blah blah blah. He fights the shaman, which is weird that he wasn't killed by Dooku during this. He survives, but whatever. But whatever, fights the shaman with through the force or something. I don't know. Whatever. I can't even remember. It wasn't that important. But this temple is hidden underground, and so like we learn later that the shaman is like protecting everyone from what's in the temple. But Dooku is here to find the temple, and he tries to dig it out, whatever. But it's so big, whatever. But cool scene is we see Count Dooku lift this entire temple out of the ground using the Force. I'm like, dang, dude, I didn't know. I thought he was good with a lightsaber, but I guess he's really strong with the Force too, where he can lift an entire temple. Now, it doesn't really say how big this temple is.
Yeah.
But it's still like,
Still a temple.
it's still a temple, like enough to like have, like later on we'll see like how it's just like hallways in it and stuff, but whatever. And so with the temple that he lifted out of the ground, he has like I think they said it was like a prototype Techno Union transport ship that can change its shape to like to whatever you want it to be to pick up whatever cargo or whatever you're trying to transport. So he uses this new ship prototype to house the temple. So he lifts it up. This ship comes down, covers around his temple, and then they leave with the temple. Like, oh, cool, dang. But what ends up happening is Count Dooku says, "Oh, sorry, Palpatine, we lost the temple in hyperspace. So we don't know what happened. It just is gone. It got destroyed." um, Spoiler alert: that's not what happened. Dooku actually they don't even really explain how he did it, but he hides the temple in hyperspace and they anchor it in a fixed spot. So when you see him go through the swirling stars and it's spinning blue, it's just kind of uh what do they call it in racing NASCAR, the pit or whatever, they veer off and there's a little you get your tires redone. It was basically that. It was just
a pit.
A pit, that was
It's
called?
a pit.
It was basically a pit that's off to the side and it's just anchored floating there in hyperspace. We'll get to that later. But that's where he hid it for himself.
Yep.
So that's the prologue. So why is Goth the main focus of this book? Why is he relevant? Well, Emperor Palpatine appointed him to spy on Vader. First year in, he basically doesn't trust Vader. He doesn't know where he's at, everything. So I guess it's just can I trust Vader? So I'm going to have Helen spy on Vader for me. So he's Royal Guard, and they get sent on a mission with Vader to watch. And so that's the point of him. So that's why he's there. Which Palpatine, he's all about spying on people, which is funny. He appoints, it's not really spying, but Palpatine appoints Anakin to be his personal representative on the Jedi Council to hear in and get information. And then he here has another person spy on someone else. He always wants someone planted into a situation to get information, because I guess that's just what he does. But that's what he does. And so the first mission that they go on in the book, is to the planet Deso, where the Palpatine is oh, there's rumors that there's a Force-sensitive person, a shaman or something on this planet. Go check it out. Supposedly, he can raise people from the dead or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this mission was a test on Vader.
Yeah,
because
that's the way I took it.
Because it was, how is Vader going to react to this idea? Oh, this person can raise someone from the dead. Oh, who just died? His secret wife, Padme, less than a year ago. So it's a test to see if he's going to be loyal to Palpatine or loyal to Anakin to save his wife, type of thing. Because clearly, because Palpatine sent Dooku to the same planet to face off against a shaman, Palpatine is not stupid. He would know that the shaman is still there.
Oh, that he's still there?
Yeah, because he didn't get killed by Dooku. Dooku didn't kill him.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just kind of weird. It's whatever. So that's that. So whatever. They get to Deso. It's super primitive. Someone escorts them to where they think this shaman is. They get there I think it's raining or something, which whatever. And the shaman is wearing a B1 battle droid mask with things added to it, which is weird. Why is there battle droids?
Well, because they probably were left behind by Dooku.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying from Vader's perspective, or Helen's perspective, why do they have? They're super primitive, but they have B1 battle droid masks, whatever. Whatever. They go into this like this shaman goes into like this hut or whatever in the woods, and Vader goes to confront him. Crap hits the fan. Vader accidentally, I don't know if I can't remember if it was on accident or on purpose, but he sets the place on fire with like the fire that they have inside the hut.
I think it was
Everyone
on
gets
purpose.
killed basically, and not everyone, but a lot of them get, and then it explodes, and Vader's like, "Oops, didn't mean to do that. Pack up, boys, we're leaving," type of thing. That's basically how it played out. And so, and what should be noted is Goth is there as an Imperial guard. He ends up helping like a mother and daughter escape before
Yep.
crap hit the fan. Too bad. And so later on, it's them that he meets up with. Later on in the book. So the shaman was inside this temple or this hut when it exploded. So you think, okay, he's dead. Well, they get back to the town where their ship is, and the shaman's waiting for him. Like, I'm not letting you leave. Like, I'm here, blah, blah, blah. And the shaman is able to, like, create, like, this giant, like, force wind. Like, he's just pushing all this wind towards Vader, and then Vader's pushing wind back, and the shaman is, like, speaking this weird language, whatever. No one knows what he's saying, and then, like, his voice turns into other people's voices. And so
Anakin.
There's an Anakin, but like he also like refers to Vader as if he's Anakin. He says Anakin, and then his voice takes on Padme's voice.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is I didn't look it up, but I'm pretty sure throughout this book when we get those visions of Padme talking and here talking, it's the voice actress from Clone Wars for Padme. Sounds very much the same. Definitely wasn't Mark Thompson.
No.
So
if it was, that's pretty good.
He's the GOAT. He is already the GOAT, but he would be the greatest GOAT of all time.
The double GOAT.
Double GOAT, the double G. As Snoop Dogg would say, right? Right? Did I get that right? I don't know my
sure,
hip
let's
hop.
go. His hip hop, he says. Chat.
Is that what I don't even know.
Just keep going.
Keep going.
You're aging yourself by the second. Keep going.
But then like so they're whatever facing off with each other, and then Vader just basically destroys the town with the Force, and in doing so, like he almost destroys the ship that they're escaping on. So he's like destroying the town, but also like saving the ship on the landing platform from falling and whatever. And so like this whole scene, the shaman calling him Vader and all that stuff, or calling him Anakin, is what springs the thought in Helen's mind that maybe this person is Anakin. He ties it to Palpatine opera scene with Anakin, seeing that and knowing that they were close, and he's like, "Oh, I thought all the Jedi were dead, but here's this Force sensitive person on behalf of Palpatine." Like he thinks it's Vader, so like this whole thing is like, I gotta figure out who this guy is, and one of the reasons why he wants to, or maybe I guess the main reason why he wants to figure out who he is clearly this Vader guy is being held together by this suit that he's in. Like it's keeping him alive. Clearly he had some medical issues where this is what keeps him alive. So he's like, I need to figure out who Vader is. I gotta be his best friend because I'm appointed to like spy on him, so I'm gonna be with him a lot. Maybe if I can have a good relationship with him, I can figure out how to get the same suit so that the Kingly syndrome doesn't kill him down the line, because he's running out of medicine. So he's like, I gotta do what I gotta do. And so he puts on the search of who is this Darth Vader so that I can get this technology at some point. So TC-99, like I think during this, or maybe a little bit after or something, because I think he's like, who is this Vader guy? And he puts TC-99 on this mission to like try and like get information on him, go to the ISB, go to like Imperial records or something like that, see what we can figure out. He also finds more like matrixy tapes and a box of junk tapes, and he finds a tape that has a medical facility recording on it. And coincidentally, super easy, convenient. It's a recording of Anakin getting the Vader suit put on him for the first time. We see him in episode 3. You can't see Anakin's face, so you can't see who it is, but you see Palpatine there. You see the droids, but it's like all super corrupted videos. It's not all there. They bring it to their droid smith who fixes it up and gets like the full recording and more clear and stuff. And they're like, oh, we got to find these droids that were here. Maybe they got information and all this type of thing. So that's whatever. It's this whole thing. Trying to think what else. Yeah, so I might as well just do more of the TC-99 stuff of how as Howland is out doing another mission or whatever, doing his own job work, TC-99 goes to the ISB and like basically like breaks in and hacks into the system, and he gets caught by Dessler and this snitch droid, astromech or something. And surprisingly, Dessler's like, hey, I can help you out. Let's figure this out. So it's like they're working on that to try and get information. While this is happening, Howland is with Vader, and they're like taking like evidence from Deso and like artifacts from Deso and like trying to analyze them. He didn't. I guess I think I said earlier he killed the shaman. He didn't. They took his surviving body and like had him in a bacta tank, but tried to keep him alive so they could get information from him. But they get this mask that he had, the B1 battle droid, and Vader's like, Howland, figure this out. Like, what's going on here? And so Howland takes the mask, whatever. There's like a light on inside it or something. He opens it up, and it's like repeating a code. I'm like, what does this mean? So keep in mind, TC-99 has been caught, but he has like a comm link going on. So he's like, here's this code being recited back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And Dessler is like, oh, I can help you with this. So then they figure that out, and they figure out this is a distress call from the Techno Union, but the Techno Union no longer exists because it's part of the Separatists. So after they follow the Empire or follow the Republic, they cease to exist. So what do? So what we learn is the Techno Union got taken in basically by this place called CTAG Developmental Engineering. Like they kind of absorbed that entity after the Clone Wars, and then that CTAG place is like the droid division of Cybot Galactica, a big like droid manufacturer and technology company that they're not really like, they don't work for the Empire. They're just basically controlled by the Empire type of thing. Like, we need you to do this stuff, you're doing it type of thing. So that's the research. And so Howland, he's in charge of trying to figure out this distress call signal, where it's coming from, because Palpatine / Vader are trying to figure out this whole temple thing.
Yeah.
Super annoying. That lady, the head lady at Cybot Galactica, that annoying lady. Well, yes, ho ho ho, yeah. Like it's just like,
time,
oh gosh, like
horrible.
Can you force choke her to death right now, Vader? Like just shut her up. But I guess Vader wasn't there. But she's just super like over the top, excited, happy, super annoying. They're like, oh yeah, that's a distress call from whatever. Like we don't know what's going on. Here's the coordinates, and they just comply with the the Empire. And then in the next chapter, it's like, oh crap, we knew about this distress call. We know about these coordinates, but we don't know how to get there. But we got to figure it out quick, because if the Empire knows about it, like, they're gonna get there first. So it's kind of like a race to get to these coordinates. And then we learn from Helen's perspective that it's like, it doesn't make sense. These coordinates don't even exist in the galaxy, like whatever. And then they figure out that it's like a hyperspace, a spot in hyperspace. And like, this doesn't make sense. How can there be a temple or a ship or whatever? I guess he didn't know it was a temple. I guess he just knew it was a ship or distress call.
Yeah.
There has to be something there. So we got to figure out how to get to a fixed location in hyperspace. So there's that. And then Vader goes missing. And so then Helen is appointed to, like, you got to find Vader. Where did he go? Like, he's the number 2 man in the galaxy. Go find him. We need to know where he's at. So Goth, he just goes on his investigation, trying to track down Vader's ship, and then doing all these rabbit trails and whatnot. Long story short, he finds out that Vader has been collecting and selecting former 501st clones that have been dismantled and spread out throughout different divisions of the military or whatever. So these individual people are being taken out of the field and brought to Vader and whatnot. And he's like, well, I don't know where Vader exactly went, but let's just start with Deso. Maybe he went back there. So he goes to Deso, and he goes to like where that hut was, but then he finds like a big hole in the ground, which, spoiler alert, is where Dooku pulled the temple out of the ground. And he runs into 2 women, Zyrun and Anusha. So daughter, Zyrun is the wife of the shaman, and Yusha is the daughter. We should say Vader tortured the shaman guy in the back to tank, and he died. So that happened. And I totally forgot, because Helen goes there pretending to be there for a different reason. I think it was because he wanted to, like, I forget what they say. I don't know. Do you remember like why he went there undercover? Like what his cover story was? Was it to say, I want to find this evil guy and kill him?
The shaman, yeah. Right?
No, he was trying to find Vader. But like
Vader.
He lied about...
he said it. Was it not about the shaman?
No.
I don't remember then.
I can't remember. I read this like 2 months ago. So I tried to go through my notes, but my notes didn't really say. I forgot to go back and read, but whatever. He lies to them about his intentions and why he's there trying to find Vader. He kind of gets on their good side to like say we're on the same team type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, I have trying to find this Vader guy. I have these coordinates, but they're stuck in hyperspace. I don't know how to get there. And Yanusha, the daughter, is like, oh, we can help you out. We can do that. You know, here in our system, like, we're low technology, blah, blah, blah. But like, there's other planets in our system that we get to that, you know, they're too far away to fly to normally, but like too close to use hyperspace to get to. But what we do is we have these gravity lassos, so we can use hyperspace to like fix on an object, and when we get there, it pulls us out of hyperspace prematurely, type of thing. I think is kind of how it worked.
It's like space jumping.
Yeah, so like she's just like, we can just, I can take the technology that we have on our ships and we can put it onto your ship, the Imperial shuttle, whatever he has, and we'll help you out because we're trying to find this Vader guy too, because he destroyed our town, took our father, blah blah blah. And so then the rest of the book is basically everyone who's trying to get to this fixed location gets there. So Vader and the 501st get there. Uh, Cybot Galactic get there through two individuals, Keel and Oyuka. So they're there, and then Hallen gets there with Zyrun and Inusha. And so
Mm-hmm.
you have these three different groups getting to the same location. It didn't really explain how Cybot Galactica got there or how Vader got there. It's just they got there,
They're
whatever.
there. Yeah.
Um, and so then it's like a race to like figure out what's going on. What is Cybot Galactica doing? What is Vader trying to find there? What is Then early on, when Highland gets there with the ladies, tells him the truth. Oh, actually, I'm here. I was actually there when your town was destroyed. I'm actually working for Vader. I'm spying on him. Blah blah blah. And they kind of got over it pretty quick that they got lied to. Kind of weird. I don't know,
Yeah, it didn't seem to hurt too bad.
but maybe what happened was like it wasn't really stated, but maybe they had a coffee break. Oh wait, we don't do coffee breaks anymore. So this is where we normally have a break, but if you need to take a break, we're going to take a break now. And we're back.
Do it.
Yep. So yeah. So everyone gets to the ship, and what we find out is the ship is like we mentioned earlier with when Dooku used it to collect the temple, is it's like you can configure it to however it wants. So it's like made so it can change its own layout. And it doesn't really explain why, but like when like the 501st Invader are walking through it, the hallways are like constantly changing, and it's a maze, and it keeps changing on them, and they keep getting split up and lost.
Yeah.
It didn't explain why it was just doing it on its own. Maybe it's just because it's kind of implied the ship was kind of just deteriorating because it's sitting in the same spot for 2 years and there was no
Yeah.
maintenance or whatever. So maybe it's just a malfunction type of thing. I don't
Well,
really
and
understand.
also I feel like materials from the outside were probably like asteroids hitting it and stuff like that too.
I don't know. I feel like hyperspace lanes are safe from
But
that type of thing.
but it wasn't in the lane.
But it wasn't in space though, like normal space. It was still in hyperspace. It was just off to the side. It's like I
True.
don't know. It doesn't really make
It's
sense.
kind of confusing.
But for whatever reason, the hallways are changing and they're just getting all split up, not knowing what to do.
But it's
Um,
magical ship.
yep. Um, we learn that so the two individuals, Keel and Oyuka, they are the people from Cybot Galactica. They are there to find something called Sarnath. We're not told what it is until they find it. So they're there, whatever. And at this point, Halland is basically dying. He's almost out of medicine. He's in super lot of pain. He's passed out. TC-99 gave him a bunch of meds, more than he's supposed to try and get him back. But like they just kind of like leave him. It's kind of implied that he's just left behind while the ladies go out into the
Yeah.
ship. Also, TC-99 is given this droid matrix, like a commando droid matrix, and he becomes Boxer. That's like the droid's name, and it kind of overtakes TC-9. He's not overpowered, so it's like Boxer is now in control. I forget where that happens in the story, but it's a little bit later on. But that happens. But Vader plus Oppo, his head clone. They're on their own because they had to get split up. They end up finding the temple, and they go into the temple, and they get to the center, and there's like this black hole in the ground. It's very scary and ominous. I kind of pictured it like from The Last Jedi. There's that black hole in the ground that like Rey sees in her vision. Like, well, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's kind of how I pictured it too. Honestly. So it's kind of
So
funny that we both pictured it the same way.
because it's like this black hole in the ground that's it's described as a vergence in the forest. That's a dark
Yeah.
side vergence, and Appo he gets like drawn to it because like he starts hearing other clone voices from the past.
Hmm.
Like it was like memories from the past. Like and he's like remembering these voices. Like, oh, this is such and such clone. This is such like this happened. This and that. So he's getting
It's
drawn.
tricking them.
Yeah, he's getting drawn into it. He's about to like fall into the hole, and Vader like yeets him out and like saves his life. And then Vader throws him too hard, and I guess Appo had a mechanical leg, which is that in Clone Wars? Do we see that? I don't know. Like, Yoretzi, let us know. Did we see Appo lose his leg in Clone Wars? Did he already have a fake leg in Clone Wars that we never saw how he lost it? But he gets hit against the wall and his leg malfunctions, so he can't walk.
Hmm.
Vader is like YOLO and just jumps into the hole. Like, what is going on? Like, I would like,
He's the master of evil,
I don't
bro.
know, but I'm like, I would like take the lightsaber, turn it on, and like use the force, to, like drop it down and see
Drop
like, is
it.
there anything down there? Like, are there spikes down there? I don't know.
Like me probe it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. It's
put it
like,
in, comes out clean. All
yeah,
right, I'm good.
right. Like he just jumps in.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Like he just. Oh, so I wrote it down. I didn't say it. So like the shaman was saying, saying this thing. Uh, the power Vader seeks is here, even though it wasn't on the planet. The temple wasn't there. Like it's kind of later on described it like the thing that he's searching for is this temple. There's this
Yeah.
power that you're searching for is in this temple type of thing. And so it's like Vader is looking for a power that he's being tempted and drawn towards by this vergence in the force that's focused on the dark side. So he jumps into the hole. He lands in water, but it's like a vision of Tatooine when it had water on the planet. That's like ankle deep.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
And so he's kind of like walking around Tatooine. Yoretzi says Google says that Apple lost his leg during attack on the Jedi Temple. Oh, I guess it did say that in the book. I do remember that now.
Oh, yep.
Yep. I wonder what Jedi. Oh, I remember. That's what it was. The scene in Revenge of the Sith when Senator Bail Organa comes to the Jedi Temple. What's going on here? And
And that little kid.
the little kid, like the clone trooper, there's been a uprising, sir, blah, blah, blah. And then the teenager, who I think was George Lucas's son, actually.
Was it?
I think that kid was the son of. He
He
comes
did.
out and he starts attacking clones, killing the clones, and the kid gets shut down. I guess one of the clones there was Appo. That the book does describe that. So thank you, Retzi. You're the goat. So I thought that was cool. That no, I need to go back and watch that scene to see like did a saber hit one of the guy's legs. That'd be kind of cool to.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that they just put that in there like that.
It kind of felt like Lost Stars were in like different point of view.
Right. Or Tag and Bink. They're there at every single.
The first Lost Stars.
Yeah, so Vader jumps down, he's on Tatooine with water, but then he starts like seeing people that he knows. So like he sees Padme, Kenobi, Ahsoka, and then he runs into Anakin Skywalker, and he just duels Anakin Skywalker. And then we don't see Vader for a while. It's just back on the ship. So Keo and Oyuka from Cybot Galactica, they find Sarnath. Who's Sarnath, or what is Sarnath? It's was it S super tactical droid, or whatever. Those ones that are the super smart droids that are tactical in the Clone Wars. The ones that are like so expensive to have because they're so smart, like there's not a lot of them. and they're there to collect Sarnath because he has information from the Techno Union, like lost information, lost technology that's in his memory banks or whatever. And so they're there to extract him, but like he's like integrated into the ship in a way that was like, oh, the ship was falling apart in hyperspace and couldn't hold it together. So like Sarnath had to hook himself up to the main computer to like take control and keep the ship afloat. I think that's what it was. Like, and so
Yeah.
now they're like, well, how are we supposed to get this Sarnath out without like if we unplug him, then the whole ship's gonna like explode or something like that. And so they're trying to figure out what to do. And then I don't know. It was kind of cool how they did it, but so the Keel, the guy who's from Cybeck, he's like Lobot from episode 5 of like he's just like he has like a cybernetic like brain on him or whatever, like he's part cyborg or whatever. So he has
Mm-hmm.
like the computer system that's integrated to his brain. And he's like, oh, I can just download Sarnath into my cybernetic brain thing. So it's kind of paralleling TC-99 taking on droid matrices. So he's just kind of doing the same thing his own way. Well, Sarnath is a super smart thing, and Keel is trying to like fight him and keep control of him, but eventually Sarnath just takes over this guy. And so it's just Sarnath is in a human body now, basically. Um, so Zyrun, the mother, she's there to try and kill Vader. She's trying to find. So she finds the temple, gets to the. So she knows about what the temple is and what it does and what the evil is in it, and she goes to the hole. And Appo, he's there injured, watching from behind like a box or something like that because he can't do anything. He's so injured. And she goes up front and like something crawls out of the hole and it's like a black figure and it's supposedly Vader, but we learned out it's just like this ghost thing that's black ghost cloud thing that comes out that takes the shape of Vader or something like that. And so like she tries to fight him, but like it doesn't work out. Like she gets sucked in the hole, or I don't know. It's kind of confusing. And like she just like leaves, but then like this ghosting follows her around or something like that. Right? Am I remembering this correctly?
Yes.
Super confusing. So it's like Apple is like, I don't know, was that Vader that came out of the hole? I don't know. And but like Zyrun, she's being followed by him, so it's like she doesn't not see him. I don't know. It was really weird. Um, blah blah blah. TC-99, who's become this boxer, whatever. He's out there trying to find. I don't know. I'm kind of confused. I don't know. It was just so confusing. Everyone was changing. Everyone was becoming new things. I don't know.
Yeah.
So he's there. Whatever. They run into Sarnath, like the Sarnath guy, the Keel and Ayuka or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They get surrounded by battle droids because this is a technical union thing. There's still battle droids on there. So Sarnath, sends out the battle droids to like take out. Sorry. First they run into the clones, and then the droids come and capture everybody, type of thing. And or something. I don't know. It was kind of confusing what was going on. But eventually, long story short, Keel / Sarnath and Oyuka, like they shut down the ship so it falls out of hyperspace and it's now in regular space and they're at a planet. And like the planet just happens to be the planet where Cybot Galactica is.
Yes.
So it's at ET4 or something like that.
Yeah, at T4.
So is this kind of weird that where it was stationed in hyperspace was right outside the planet that would eventually take over the Techno Union when Dooku didn't know that was going to happen. Like, it's just weird that.
Yeah, it doesn't really explain that part well.
So I don't know. I don't know if we missed something that was stated, but like it was just very convenient that when it exited hyperspace, it was right at the planet that would take over the Techno Union eventually. Like, I don't know. It was just weird. And
Mhm.
so, but the ship is so destroyed because one, Sarnath is keeping it together. Now it's out of hyperspace. It just starts falling towards the planet,
Falling. Yep.
and so it's like slowly falling. It's gonna be kind of sucked in through gravity. It's caught in the gravity well or whatever, and like everyone's trying to figure out what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get out of this? Well, Keel / Sarnath and Oyuka, they just jump on their ship, fly out, go back down to the planet. So because what we learn is that Sarnath, he doesn't know that the Clone Wars was over. He still thinks everything's going on, but he learns information that that the Empire came to be, and it went. So he's
Mhm.
trying to figure out what to do. Like, I'm faithful to Dooku. I'm faithful to the Techno Union.
He's a
This,
little behind.
yeah, but he's like, well, what was the name of the company that took over the CTAG development engineering? Like,
Mhm.
he's like, I don't know. What I can do is I can go down to the planet. I can call a board meeting because Keel was the number 2 person in command at Cybok and Galactica. It's like, well, I'm took over this body, so they're gonna believe me who I am. So I'm just gonna call an emergency board meeting, and then I'm going to take over Cybok the Galactica. Or for one, he wanted to kill Vader because if he killed
Yep.
Vader, he's like Vader's like the number 2 in command of the Empire. So if I kill him, that's going to cause there to be a problem with the Empire. Like, they're going to run out of, they need more enforcement. And so then they're going to hire more contracts with Cybok Galactica, which would
So,
bring
is that name dumb or is it just me? I
what?
kept thinking of Star Trek.
Cybok
Cybok.
Galactica? I don't know.
Did you not?
I thought it was,
It sounds very Star Trekky to me.
I don't watch Star Trek, so I don't know what is Star Trekky.
Yeah, you
I mean,
don't.
you're
That's
watching
dumb.
Star Trek
No,
over
no,
there?
no, no, no,
But
no. Chill.
so
Calm
then he's
down.
like, if I can get more power to Cybok Galactica, then I would be able to like we
Take
would rise to
over.
power and then like take
Yeah.
over the empire or stop the empire or something like that. I don't know. So he's like, I think he was saying we're trapping Vader on the transport ship so
Mhm.
that when it crashes, it dies. He dies, type of thing. Uh, so he's there. He has the board meeting. Whatever. He kills like one of the guys. He's like, whatever.
It
Keep in
doesn't go
mind,
the way he wanted it to.
and somehow I don't. It wasn't. I was kind of confused, like when Sarnath and / Keel and Oyuka ran into TC-99, like why there wasn't a conflict. Like, oh hey guys, what's going on? Like, they don't know each other. They're just like hanging out talking, and then they just like
I'm
easily put on a
friends.
restraining bolt on
Oh
the
yes.
boxer.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
Like they portray Boxer as this super dangerous commando droid, basically in the body of
Yep.
TC-99. And like Keel says to him, like, hey, Ayuka, put a restraining bolt on him. She's like, okay, let me walk over and put a restraining bolt on him. And he just lets it happen. So now TC-99 / Boxer is at the control of whatever Sarnath tells him to do. So he's there at this board meeting.
Mhm.
Helen escapes the ship in his own ship, goes down. He knows what's going down. He's like, I got to stop what's going on. He gets down there. He goes up to turbo lift. And the door opens up and Boxer / TC-99 is there to like stop
Stop
him.
him.
I forgot I was gonna read this line. I forgot what it was, but so they're at the meeting, and it says Sarnath is trying to like hack into the system, I'm trying to find this quote. Oh, I think I wrote it down. But they're just like TC99 is not there anymore because he's just taken over by Boxer. And okay, how is Helen gonna like save his droid friend? And it's so stupid how he saves him. Do you remember how he saves him?
I don't.
He just starts talking about from
Oh yes, he
U-
started talking. Yeah,
Ulan's almanac thing of different facts. He's just like, hey, remember this one
I was
planet where they did
reading
this, that, and the other
a
thing?
yeah,
And he just like starts reciting these facts, and that like draws him
draws him out
out
of.
of it, which doesn't make sense. Like I don't. Okay, so before he saves TC99, like when the turbo lift opens up to the meeting and Boxer's right there, uh, he says, "For a man afraid of dying, you have quite the death wish." Like you're dying and you're coming here knowing that you're facing off with us and we're gonna kill you type of thing. I thought it was a cool line, but I don't know. So he saves his droid friend by citing fun facts about other planets. And then TC99, okay, I'm good. I can save the day. I think it's just described as like he just takes the wire, his UBC like 3/4 or whatever out of the console that's connected to Sarnath and just plugs it into himself. And then TC99 like overrides the Boxer commando droid matrix with Sarnath and transfers
Yep.
it off onto this matrixy thing, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like it's this super powerful.
Meanwhile, this whole thing has nothing to do with Vader at all.
Yeah, because he's
Master of what?
so like. Oh, I should say like Vader entered because when the ship was crashing, Vader comes in and he's like, "I got this." So Vader at this point is using the Force to hold to slow the ship from crashing.
Yes.
Which
Sure.
cool, but why did he? I don't know. It was just weird. He didn't really play, and we don't really even get a game plan from Vader moving forward of what he was going to do.
Yeah.
Because later we'll talk about later, but Anusha is the one that saved the day in a sense. But like, I don't know. I thought it was cool that like Sarnath was like this was his plan. He was going to take over Cybot Galactica, and like rise the power to like take on the Empire. And then they just TC99 just unplugged him, plugged him into himself, transferred over the data, and that was that. And it's whatever. So that he saves the day over there, whatever. And then they're like, "Oh crap! This transport is headed right for us. Like it's going to crash into Cybot the Galactica headquarters." So this whole entire planet, and it just happens to be aiming right towards the tower of Cybot Galactica. We gotta get out. We only got 10 minutes. We gotta evacuate the building. Blah blah blah. And then Goth is like, TC99, we got one last mission. We can do this. Okay. So he's like, we gotta get to the ship, fly back up to the ship. Okay. So it goes back to the bridge on the transport that's falling. Vader's there using the Force to try to hold the ship back. Anusha, who's a very good pilot, and her mother Zyrun are there trying to like keep the ship together. And Anusha, she's like supposed to like take over as the shaman
On her planet.
Diso.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like it's portrayed that she's like very powerful in the Force, but she's just untrained. And so like because she's so focused on trying to like keep the ship together using the instruments and monitoring systems and Vader's in the same room with her. Like Vader and her like connect in the Force and they sense each other.
Mm-hmm.
And Anusha like senses like how evil Vader is.
Yep.
But then at one point she's like, but there's one little flicker of light in him of love that's inside him. And she thought that was interesting. And I should probably go back and read that line, but it's just like there's still something good that she sent in Vader. But it's still closer. It's first year after he became Darth Vader, so he has
Yeah.
less
So
evil in him in a sense. So it's probably easier to understand. But if you understand the whole story of Star Wars, there's
it's
still
bad.
Padme says there's still good in him. I know, like there's always Anakin is always going to be in Vader. So sense is that Anusha was like knew that there's nothing they can do to save the ship. It's going to crash. Like it's just inevitable. And so she kind of like gets in Vader's face, like Vader, we can't stop this. We gotta change things, like figure something out. She's like, we gotta get to the engine room and turn off the engines because if we don't do that, the ship is just gonna explode. Then none one survives. And Vader's like, yeah, I guess you're right. We gotta figure something out. So then Vader's like, oh, I got this. Hold my beer in a sense. I got this.
I was gonna see what you're
I
gonna
was gonna say
say.
lightsaber, but that doesn't make sense. He takes it with him.
Hold my
I should have said spatchka, but
spotchka. Yeah, that's better. I was thinking of like what's Star Wars beer, but yeah, spotchka.
so he
Hold my death sticks.
yep. So he leaves to like he says he's going to turn off the engines. That's not what he does.
Hold my blue milk. That's
Yep.
what you should have said.
And then so keep in mind, Inusha and Zyrun are both there. Well, Zyrun still wants to kill Vader, so she follows Vader.
Yeah.
Goth comes back. Helen gets back, or whatever. Sees Anusha by herself, and he's there trying to figure out what they're gonna do, and then like TC-99 is like, well, I got this droid pilot matrix I can load up, and I can try and take over. And then perfect. So he takes over. Inusha and Goth go to try and find Vader and Zyrun. Zyrun runs into I don't know. Does she run into like the ghost of Vader again by the temple?
Yes.
In the temple, but then like Vader's also there, so it's like the ghost and actual Vader are there. So she tries to like kill the ghost, not realizing it's not actually Vader.
Yeah.
And then Vader kills Zyrun, throws his saber at her or whatever. And then he jumps back into the hole again. And I actually like these flashes because it was kind of crazy how they took scenes from episode 3 and like reversed them or like changed something. So it's like
different point of view.
Or what was like Padme was telling the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
Cool.
There was the Mustafar duel. It was Anakin had the high ground, and Obi-Wan was down, and they changed the lines where it's like, it was said that you would destroy the Jedi, not join them. Like this kind of like reversed the lines to like whatever. It was just kind of interesting.
It's like a what if.
Yeah, but it's like none of these. So these things. Then like one of the conversations with Padme, he's like, I think he was talking with Padme. Like Padme says, basically, the past is the past. You can't save me.
Yeah.
And he gets whatever, and then he comes back out of the hole again eventually. And Goth and Inusha are there. Vader senses Inusha's anger and hate and strength in the Force. He's like, oh, so you're the one that I sensed earlier. And she's like, yeah, that was me. And he's like, basically like, I want to train you. Like, because of your Force sensitivity. Like, let me train you. We can use your hate. And Goth has like an aha moment, like here in like I think the previous chapter of like realizing that the Empire is evil.
Yeah.
and realizing that Vader's evil, and he just yells and lectures Vader like the Empire is evil. Like I wanted to like to bring peace to the galaxy and order, and I was
Yeah, you
all
finally
but
figured it out.
I was like ready to like serve the Empire to like bring peace to the galaxy and blah blah blah. But now I realize it's all about fear, and Vader, your suit is not keeping you alive. It's your hate that's keeping you alive. Blah blah blah. And he's like, the ship is going down. There's nothing we can do. Like Vader, you need to get out of here. And like this ship is gonna crash. Let me try and save the ship. But Vader, you can't take her. You can't take Anusha. She has to be freed. And Vader's just listening to this whole thing, and he just says, "Go." And so Helen takes Anusha, puts her on a ship with TC-99.
Mhm.
Helen goes to the bridge to like try and steer
Hold
the
it.
ship away from the city.
Yep.
And then while he's up there, he sees TC-99 and Anusha escape on a ship. They go up to space and hyperspace and leave. The Vader, he gets on a ship and then goes down to the planet. And then Goth steers the ship away, and he experiences the warmth of the sun through the windows, and he's like, I'm going out being a good guy because I'm saving this entire city from this ship crashing into it."
Mhm.
And
He's going out as a hero
yeah,
that he wanted to be.
and then that was basically it. There was like a few things that happened, like
So, like Vader lands and then talks to that creepy lady again.
yeah,
And they fix his ship.
we can fix up your ship. Yes,
Yeah.
like, ugh,
and
ugh.
like that's literally it.
And then he's like, "Hey, Appo, call the nearest Star Destroyer to pick us up. We gotta go." Vader, he reports back to Palpatine, and Vader just has one single brick from the temple and throws it at the feet of Palpatine, like, "Here's your temple." And then Palpatine just starts laughing, cackling.
Mhm.
And then I think the last chapter was Inusha and TC-99 on a ship.
And he's like, we can go anywhere.
We can go anywhere, and he just whatever.
Like that's what they do.
And that's they live happily ever after or something. I don't know.
It's weird.
So that's the book. Master of Evil. He was not the master of evil, even though he was accused of being evil. But like Vader does, so all these loose ends, all these storylines that just don't amount to anything.
Yeah.
Vader goes to like find this power that this vergence of the Force has. Like,
Mhm.
did he find it? Did he get it? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Like what he was trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
I think maybe it has to do with thinking that because the shaman was said to like be able to raise people from the dead, that this power there was to like save Padme. And then in the vision, Padme says, "The past is the past. You can't save me," type of thing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense because it's the dark side. Why is the dark side trying to encourage Vader to give up trying to find power when it's like the power you seek is here? I didn't get it. It seemed more like a light side thing of like trying to like bring him back to like, you can't save me, move past, get rid of your attachment type of thing. And then like the whole Helen thing, like trying to find the technology to save his life through Vader, like I wish that was more of the story of him like building his relationship with Vader, and then like Vader actually trying to help him to like to have like maintain the loyal person, like keep him alive.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like
it really doesn't do anything.
Yeah, so it was just like a pointless story. We learned some cool stuff about background characters that were in different scenes and movies, and we learned that they had to collect all the lightsabers, and they just like put them in a big pile and burned them or something like that.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Like there was fun moments.
Yeah,
It wasn't the worst Star Wars book I've read.
it was.
But It wasn't.
What's the worst one? That love story from High Republic,
Yes,
Temptations
probably.
of the Force.
Yeah, that one.
Nah, that book is one of the best well-written books. It just didn't add to the story. I would say this was.
I'm trying to think. There was one that was horrible too.
I don't know. Oh, it was that prequel High Republic book.
Oh, the one that Grace was mad that we didn't like.
Yeah, that one. But I can't even remember.
Yeah,
Cataclysm
that
was the
one
second
horrible.
one that I really liked that we all thought was pretty good. But the first one, I forget what it was called. But
I don't know. I feel like we've been missing a lot. Like books have been like I don't. I haven't had like we haven't had like a good, amazing, epic book in a long time. I feel like, and I thought this one was it. The title, the image, like it looked so cool. And you can't judge a book by its cover.
I just felt like they
Is the
played it.
moral of the story.
Oh, Richie wants us to read a Revenge of the Sith novelization. I hear it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Um,
be down.
but like they were just very safe with this book, in that like they didn't want to mess with canon. That seemed like
Yes,
make a story, but you can't be too ambitious with it because we don't want you to mess up canon. So just take these characters from
but like they should have not titled it Master of Evil. Like
right.
it literally didn't do anything.
Yeah, and it should have been like more of a story of showing him becoming more and more evil, like falling further
Yes,
into the
that's what I
dark
thought it
side.
was. Like
And
right after,
it
like
didn't.
the whole plot, like okay, so he messed up, but then he's battling with himself, like Anakin and Vader battling internally. And like it would have been cool if it was kind of like a like Gollum and Smeagol conversation, but Anakin and Vader
And we
communicating.
did have a little bit of that, like when he first jumped into the thing, like he's talking with thing, and there's like a Anakin is talking to him in a very philosophical way about the Force and
Yes, there
whatnot.
was, but there was like more of that throughout this whole thing of him battling with himself
Yeah,
and him pushing it away because he thinks that's the only way to do it is to be really evil. I think that would have been a cooler story.
right,
But you're right. Maybe it's like messing up with some canon that I don't know about. That
right.
like I don't know.
But
Like I just really want like a book that like
maybe
because I don't remember. Did we like the well? Like the Dooku book was really good.
the Dooku. Well, I
And
I read that, but we didn't do that for the podcast.
no, I've read it too, but we didn't do it for the podcast.
When did you read it?
Like when it first came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
like
didn't know you read it.
yeah.
It was like
It's
it's like
only
the form of like a
it's like a
drama,
Well, I didn't read it. I listened to it when it first came out.
right? So like the book itself is like a drama. So there's no like it's written as a script,
Yes.
and so like
There's no like
the
chapters.
audio book is how you're supposed to really because it's all the different voice actors doing all different
Because it
characters,
wasn't supposed to be a written book when it first came out. It was just an audible thing.
right? So yeah, I that was backstory of Dooku. That was pretty good. But like I don't know.
That
So
last love story book was really, really good. About
the final book to the High Republic, the
no, the not the High Republic. This is the one we read last Valentine's.
that was Lost Stars.
The one before that.
Oh, Dark Disciple, Quinlan Voss, and
Yeah, that book was really good.
that was good. Not family friendly. Kids, don't
No,
read that book.
it's like the same as Lost Stars, though.
No, it was a lot worse than Lost Stars for adult content. But
Was it?
like, oh yeah, both were still not family friendly. But
Well, because it's okay. So I learned. Steph told me this that young adult. There's like versions of young adult books. there's like 18 and older young adult books, and then there's like youth young adult books.
Right.
So you got to be careful with that, because when you see young adult, you think of like,
High school, middle school.
yeah, but that's not what that means.
Right. It's usually, I think it's about like themes is what it's based off of, like
Yes.
adult themes,
Yes.
but whatever. But then we got the next book that we have on slate is for our Valentine's Day special, Princess and the Scoundrel. So hopefully that's good because we're gonna have familiar characters.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be like a fun thing.
We'll see how that goes. And then like we don't have it in the schedule, but the Living Force will be after that.
Which is
The one where like before episode 1, like all the members of the Jedi Council go on a mission together. It was that guy that was at Twin Cities Con that wrote it, and that like,
I really wanted to read that one.
So that's 2 books from now, and then nothing else is. No other books are on slate after that. Unless we want to start doing those Reign of the Empire books, we could start this fall possibly, because the 3rd book comes out next year sometime, but the 2nd book comes out this fall. So like if we start reading the 1st book and then in the spring do the 2nd book, we would have the 3rd book next year, summer, or whenever it comes out. Because I pre-ordered I had Audible had the 99-cent for 3-month things. Like
Yeah,
I had that third.
That.
I had the 3rd one. Like we didn't have any other books. So like luckily that 2nd book was on pre-order for like the October release already. So I was able to snipe that. And then I want to cancel it, but it won't let me cancel. I get this like push cancel and it goes to like it doesn't finish the loading on the next page. So I gotta like email them now. Like, hey, why can't I cancel my membership on Audible? Because I don't want to pay $15 for a credit now. But
yeah, I see it. Mine says I have to spend 3 credits before I can cancel.
So
I need to buy those next.
So Princess and the Scoundrel, The Living Force, and then if you have 3 credits.
I have 2 credits right now.
Oh, but
because I bought this one with the first credit.
Oh, okay. But yeah. So this book was just not. There were cool moments, cool scenes, cool setup, a lot of mystery, but at the end it just fizzles out to nothing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so sorry, Adam Christopher. You did not.
It was you swung and kind of missed. There's parts that were cool.
And I feel like they put a lot of boundaries on what he could do.
I also feel like they did a lot of marketing for a book that was kind of
maybe. So I feel like if he had more freedom, to do something, like he could have had a lot better conclusion. But I feel like Kathleen Kennedy put but now she's gone. So now the Dave Filoni, we're gonna get better books. Maybe
we should.
I don't know. I wonder like how many other books are like.
We need my girl to write a book again. She hasn't written a Star Wars book in a while.
I don't know. We should look up like what books are slated for release. Because I know there's like a. So in that Star Wars Outlaws video game, like the droid that you get and that droid's like original owner
have a book.
Like there's like a prequel story to like them. So it's that one might be
kind of
cool, but it's also like I don't really care.
Yeah. I kind of want to play that game now too.
Yeah, you can play it. Be fun. So it's kind of like a kind of open world-ish. Like it's like it is open world, but it's like spread apart around like 3 different planets or whatever.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Neat, like
it's a cool story. Yeah. It overlaps with like the Kira comics, the same period.
Okay, well,
Will's trying to wants to play the game too. But
Yeah, he
the
said he
my
hasn't.
favorite Vader scene of all time is in that
Is in
game,
the
though. The
game.
cutscene, super awesome. So if you play the game, you gotta stream it or something. I don't know.
Well, if I play it, I'll just stream it. But
Right. But if
I
you're
don't.
streaming it, then you have your like a live reaction of you when that scene
True.
comes up towards the end of the movie or game.
The movie game. The movie game. The video game.
All right. Well, that's all we got. How many sold nitro canisters out of 10 do you give it? So the medication for his sickness was soul nitro. How many doses of soul nitro out of 10 would you give this book, Drew?
Out of 10,
Yeah.
well, I'll give it a 4.
Four. Yeah. Maybe I'll give him a 5. Be a little bit better than that. Just because there were some cool scenes and some cool ideas, but whatever. All right. Well, let's transition over to everyone's favorite time of every episode, voicemail time.
It's voicemail time.
All right. Fun. Well, Yoretsi says 6 because of Oppo. That's very
That's
generous.
fair. Her and her
Um,
clones.
all right. Well, we got 6 voicemails tonight. First 2 are from Will, and he's just chatting up in the chat right now. So let's take a listen to number 1.
Empire Radio. Will here. I am listening to the Cad Bane episode here at work, and I heard a voicemail from Shadrick. And since y'all were all asking where I'm at, I'm answering that now. Thank you, Shadrick, for the kind words. And I don't know how to take compliments well, but you know what? You're awesome. Yeah. um, as I catch up, I will be replying to more voicemails that I hear if anyone mentions me. So, see you.
Thank you. I remember that when Shattuck sent in like 15 voicemails one week or whatever it was. But he said
Also,
the Cad
like,
Bane episode?
is that like Mando Cad Bane episode, or is
Like,
it
yeah,
like,
Book of Boba Fett when Cad Bane shows
or
up,
is it,
or
or is it the
Bounty Hunter top
Bounty?
5?
No, it could
What?
be the rights to the bounty hunters.
Oh, the Tales of the Underworld. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Maybe that's what it is. Tales of the Underworld. Cad Bane. That's probably what it was. I forgot about that. That's because it was so bad. But yeah, I remember Shadrick sending all those voicemails and then was like talking about Will. I remember that. All right. Well, number 2. Did he have a question? No. He's just saying he's going to reach.
But we'll let us know in the chat right now.
Yep. He's just going to say if you mention him and talk to him, he's going to send in voicemails responding to them. But next up, number 2 from Will.
Hey, Empire Radio. Oh, excuse me. I'm on my break. Will here, by the way. Seems like we're a little upset at someone sending a lot of voicemails. Hope you won't get mad at me, but just a general thing. I know there's a lot going on in Minnesota, so I hope y'all are being safe. There's a lot of there's a lot of stuff I won't get into. But seems like we are in the need of a rebel alliance.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in Minnesota right now if you're paying attention to news. And a lot of stuff happened after, because he sent us in like Thursday or Friday last week, and a lot more happened since then. So
Yeah.
I think if I remember when he sent these in, but yep, we're trying to do the best we can here in Minnesota, stay safe and avoid craziness, and that's all we really say. But anyone else in Minnesota, stay safe, stay smart.
Yeah.
do what you can to help people in need. But yes, thank you, Will, for those voicemails. Next up, we have 4 voicemails from Yaretsi. So let's take a listen to number 1.
Hey, Empire Radio, it's Yadisi with her first voicemail of 2026. Brr, 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 brr. I can officially say it's definitely been a year since I started listening to you guys. Yeah, y'all have been such a big part of my life now. It's like every Wednesday, it's just a tradition now to go and watch you guys live on Twitch. It's so much fun being a part of this community, and I love it so much. My next voicemail will probably be about the book because I actually read it. Anyway, bye.
All right, thank you, Yaretsi. So I actually went back and looked up your first voicemail that you ever sent, and it was actually for our 5-year 300th episode special.
Oh,
so that was kind of cool. So that would have been February of last
so you're almost at a year.
So no, she started listening to us
Oh,
like a year ago, and then she didn't send
voicemails.
But first voicemail was coming up on a year, so that's pretty cool. That I did not remember that was your first voicemail. Was our 300th episode, 5-year.
A good start. That's a good one to start.
Yep. So thank you for that.
You'll always remember that.
Yep. But let's listen to number 2.
Hey, Empire Radio, it's Yaretsi, and I'm here to talk about Master of Evil. It was a pretty good book. I loved that Appa was in it from, the clone with the arrow on his helmet. That reminds me of Aang. And it was a pretty good book. I enjoyed reading it. I can't believe the main character died. Well, I can't believe it. I knew it was going to happen. But, I was really hoping he wouldn't die, but he did die. He had, it reminded me of what he had, reminded me kind of like of cancer, but in the Star Wars universe,
Mm-hmm.
His droid was an absolutely amazing droid, actually. Yeah. He can take on different personalities. That was pretty cool. I don't know what else. Darth Vader was pretty scary at times. But that's just Darth Vader. Anyway, it was a good book. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you, Yaretsi. Well, technically, we didn't get a body, so he could still be alive.
True.
Like Buryaga crash landed in a much crazier way, and he survived from the High Republic books.
He also had the Force, though,
and he went inside
dying of a
Grengier as like a cushion.
Yeah, but he wasn't dying as a disease as well.
Yeah,
he didn't explain the sun burning him alive either. but yeah.
Well, I'm glad you liked the book, and yes, TC99 was probably the best part of the whole book. I really liked him.
Yeah,
but it's whatever.
I also didn't have an attachment to the main character, so when he died, I was just like, because for me, the whole book was supposed to be about Vader, and I was just disappointed the whole time.
Right. And then Yaretsi says, steer clear of exploding trees for some reason. So there's this whole thing. You see this going around in Minnesota?
No.
How because it's been so cold, trees, the water in trees can freeze, and it can cause tree trunks to split in half.
That's kind of cool.
So people were saying exploding trees, it just pops and splits.
Is there videos of it blowing up?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't blow up. It just cracks.
Okay,
it splits. And we're just at a threat because it's been so cold this week. There's just a threat.
It's even colder, bro.
I've never even heard of this before. And it's been colder before than what it is. People are freaking out. It's so cold. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But
I literally just typed in exploding trees, and Minnesota's the first subject.
Yeah,
dude. But Friday's supposed to be horrible, though.
I don't know, dude. What does it say for Friday? Let me look.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch this.
It says a high of -10.
Yes.
Well, then tomorrow morning, well, it says it has a low of.
A low of negative 22.
Well, that's towards the end of the night. So that's like in the middle of the night when it's negative 20. So that's not including wind chill. Like right now it's 12 degrees, but the wind chill is negative 13. So, Saturday negative 11 for a low, Sunday negative 14. So yeah, I guess this weekend is supposed to be cold. So the wind chill
Friday
is
is like negative 7 is the high though.
right.
The low is negative 21. On what day was it? On Monday, I had to work until 3:30 in the morning to watch trucks because we had them running all night to make sure that they don't catch on fire or stop working. So every hour I had to go out and look at trucks and make sure they didn't run out of diesel and make sure they're still running.
Why? Because diesel freezes on.
Because diesel, if you leave it off, like the gel in the gas will like gel up essentially and stop working. So we typically plug them in, but because it's been that cold, we can't even plug them in because like it just still doesn't heat it enough.
But you don't have like a garage that these go in that are heated?
We do, but we're putting planes in them right now in the hangar. Typically, you put them in like the corner of the hangar, but we have like a wide body that's getting worked on this week that they need the whole hangar for. So we can't put it in there this week. And it just so happened to be this week.
Whatever.
So like literally at like 10 o'clock, my manager is like, hey, you want to stay till 3:30 in the morning to watch these? All you have to do is just go back and forth. So I just watched TV and went back and forth. I actually watched A New Hope. It was kind of cool.
All right.
To watch it. But.
What are we at? Number 3 for your Etsy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, number 3.
Hey, Empire Radio, it's Yaretsi again with a third voicemail. And last week, Grace had a question during the episode. It was like, what Star Wars character would you like take to the club or something? Something like that. And it got me thinking, like, what Star Wars character would have the best music taste? I think it would be probably Lando. He just seems to have good music taste.
Yeah.
Well, he has a good taste in capes, I can tell you that.
Facts.
I really don't know who else. I'm thinking. Maybe Padme. She seems like she'd listen to like lo-fi music while studying, like me, and then maybe like she seems she would listen like she would listen to Taylor Swift. I don't really like Taylor Swift, but whatever.
Okay, chill. Calm
Anyway,
down.
yeah, that was my question. What Star Wars character do you think would have the best music taste? And what artist do you think they would listen to? Anyway, bye.
All right, thank you. I think there was one time I got a voicemail. We had talked about what genre of music was a bunch of characters' favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we had that like Andrew was on, but who would have the best taste in music? I feel like it has to be someone that has like a wider range of, I don't know.
Okay, well, back to like the club one. I would take Jar Jar to the club. I think he'd be fun to be at with the club.
Maybe, yeah.
You know that boy got moves. Okay. You know he can flip and do fun stuff.
Yeah,
and he's
true.
like so like crazy that I feel like you'd be fun to be with.
This is Bisa's song, favorite song.
Yeah. Like, don't you think you'd be fun?
He might be fun.
Yeah. But I'm going with Jabba. I think
for
he
best
has
best taste in music.
Yeah.
Oh, because he has the band there.
Yeah.
So he knows. Then there's that season or volume 1 of Visions. When that one kid does like that punk rock band or whatever it was. And Jabba signs him instead of taking the bounty on him or whatever.
Yeah. So I think Jabba has the best taste in music.
So he has this probably a wider range of things. That's the genre that he'd be into.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
I watched that episode like 2 weeks ago, actually.
Yeah.
because Miles like had like this blind box, Star Wars blind box, and he opened Boba Fett, and then I showed him that episode because it has Boba Fett in it, and it's like an easy, nice, short episode for a
Right.
kid to watch his age,
Right.
and he thought it was cool. He made me play that song over and over again for like 2 days.
Fun.
Yeah.
All right. Last voicemail from your Etsy. Let's take a listen.
Hey, Empire Radio, it's Yaretsi again. I know, this is my 4th voicemail. I gotta make up for all those weeks I didn't send in a voicemail. Anyway, I was listening to last week's episode, and Jeremiah was talking about the Harry Potter books. Now, I've never listened to the audiobooks, but I have read through the series 3 times.
Ooh, that's impressive.
It's so good. And now they have you said they have a full cast for the audiobooks. I might go and reread them again with the audiobooks. They're so good. You have to read them. Oh my gosh. They're amazing.
They're pretty good.
The movies are really good, but the books are even better. It gives so much more detail and it's just so good. Anyway, I just thought I'd give my 2 cents on that. Oh, by the way, I did have a question. Considering you have both watched the Harry Potter series, I think. I don't know if you ever answered who your favorite character was, but who's your favorite character from the Harry Potter series? I really like Harry Potter himself, but I also really like Sirius Black. Anyway, that's all I have. Bye.
All right. Thank you. Yep. I've watched the movies once. I think it was like back when we did like Visions Volume 1 breakdowns. I think I like told you guys that I watched the movies for the first time. I think it was back then. That was like 2021 when that series came out. So go for more fresher analysis of my thoughts on those movies back then. But favorite characters. I think back then I said, was there a girl named Luna? Is that her name?
Yes.
Like that really like spiritual, like
Mm-hmm.
I thought I really liked her character for some reason. But I don't know. Did you see who got announced as the composer for the HBO series?
No.
Hans Zimmer.
Really?
Hans Zimmer is doing Harry Potter, so I wonder like how different it's going to be than John Williams. Because John Williams did like the first 3 movies and kind of established those themes and style.
I think they'll probably use a similar theme, but
I don't know. It's because him and John Williams are just so different.
yeah.
Like how it's going to be. I'm assuming he's going to take he's not going to reuse the theme. Like it's going to be completely fresh, new stuff. So, but who's your favorite Harry Potter
Character?
character?
That's a great question.
Because you've read the books too?
I've only read up to 4. I'm reading 4 right now, but I haven't read it, like kept up with it.
Right.
And then, but I've read up to 4, and I really liked it. But I need to buckle down and finish the last ones. I don't know.
No one jumps out? Like not like a top like 3 or
No.
something?
There's like a bunch that jump out, but like probably, I don't know if this is a hot take, but Dobby is probably my favorite character.
Well, everybody loves Dobby.
Yeah, but as their favorite though, I don't know. Like people love him, but would you say he's like people's favorite? I don't know.
Did you ever see that fan thing of Dobby being Darth Maul in episode 1?
Yes, it's so funny.
That is such a well done.
Yes, it's so good.
That was really good.
Yeah. So I think Dobby, Dumbledore is obviously a really good one. I really like him. Professor Snape is also a really good character. And like Harry is cool too. Like I like his character.
Yeah.
I thought it was a well done character.
Now that they announced, because like reading this book on Audible, like I get the advertisements, like that whole Harry Potter like full cast of A-list
Mhm.
actors that are doing this thing. Like I'm kind of tempted to actually
Yeah, I heard that on the podcast last
do that
week.
because it's just like
I kind of want to because I read the first 3, and then I'm reading 4, and I have the audiobook for 4. I'm like, should I finish the rest with the full cast? Like, I might do that
yeah.
because
So it's
right
like
now,
I just gotta, because we don't have, like I said, for Star Wars books we don't have a lot on, but it's like when there's deals on Audible, do I want to try and get Star Wars books for cheap because we do it for the show, or do I want to just get them for Harry Potter? Because I think 3 of them are out so far, and like by the end of the year, all the books are going to be
yeah,
available.
because the next one book 4 comes out on February 10th.
Yeah.
The next one is March 10th, and then the next one's April 14th, and then the last one is May 12th.
Yeah. So
But the first 3 books are out, and
like,
honestly, the 3rd book is so good, bro.
yeah,
It's amazing.
but it's just like me reading a book, not for the podcast. Like I didn't read a book since high school.
We could do a breakdown of all the books as like a YouTube exclusive.
What we need to do, that'd be really fun if we got Andrew and Grace on to do a Harry Potter audiobook review. I don't know, that'd be kind of fun.
I think it would be cool to do other books for YouTube. Like, I'm down for it if you want to read them. Like, I'll read them, and then we'll just do them all at the end.
Maybe we'll see.
I know you'll love it because it's so much better than the movies.
Right. I don't doubt that I would enjoy the books, and I've forgotten enough of the story to be surprised by everything.
Even me, I watched those movies when they came out, and I never read the books, and I started reading the books last year, and then I was like, and then I would rewatch the movie after I finished the book.
Right.
And it's to and if you read them, you kind of have a visual of a character and what they would look like, so that kind of helps.
Right.
I feel like too. So I don't know. Let us know, you guys, in the comments or on Spotify if you guys want us to do a non Star Wars book review.
What we could do is we could just start a Harry Potter podcast, so we could read the book, do a review, watch the movie, do a review, and then as the seasons of the HBO series, do a review of that.
You know who also has a Star Wars or a Harry Potter podcast?
What?
Or not podcast, a YouTube channel?
Does Theory have it too?
Yes, he has.
He does have a Harry Potter one?
Harry Potter Theory.
Really?
It's already a thing, yeah. You should go look it up.
I know he has 30 channels. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, one of them is Harry Potter Theory. Because I saw a review of when Professor Snape was cast. They did one of his videos popped up of the casting and why the casting choice was bad.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to Will and Uretzi for all your voicemails tonight. So, like I said at the beginning of this episode, Maul Shadow Lord trailer is dropping tomorrow when we're recording now, so Thursday, and next week we'll do a trailer breakdown for that. So get ready, and you can send in voicemails for that trailer as well about your thoughts and predictions and whatnot. It'd be cool to interact with you guys about what you are hoping for the show and theories. Because in they had a little teaser thing, like a 20-second thing, cool liquid paint thing coming together, and then it showed what looked like him versus Palpatine. So, and then at the very end, you see 2 red sabers clashing. So, who's he fighting? Is it Inquisitor? Is it Vader? Because we know he fights Vader at one point. Is it Palpatine again? We don't know. We'll find out.
So we'll find out in the trailer, and let us know if you guys want us to do a Well, no. Send in voice. Why did I say let us know? But yeah, send in voicemails if you get about the trailer.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. And make sure you guys join the live stream too on Twitch if you guys want to be part of the conversation, because we're gonna go scene by clip by clip and break it down completely, and it's gonna be a really fun episode. I'm excited to break down new Star Wars content.
Definitely. All right, fun. Well, if you want to get connected with us more, just go in the description below, links.co/Empire Radio, links below 2 eyes, landing page for everything Empire Radio. So if you want to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch for live streams, join the Discord, with a new animated show coming out soon. You want somewhere to talk about your thoughts and reviews and stuff of all the episodes, go join the Discord, and there's a channel already set up for Maul Shadow Lord, so go check that out to join Discord. The link to send in a voicemail is there as well. And if you want to send us an email, there's a fan email that you can send us, and we'll check that out. Anything else, Drew?
No, that's it.
All right, fun. Well, you've been listening to another book-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.